Hello guys, in this tutorial series we will be creating a sci-fi shop designed by Jesse Riegel. We will start modeling the shop in Blender and then move on to the unwrap process in Unfold 3D. After that we will use Substance Painter to texture the shop, and finally we will render it in Blender using cycles. In this part we will talk about installing Hardups, introducing Puref, importing references into Blender, adding meshes, changing shading, extruding and creating loop cuts. Okay, let's start. At first, let's talk about Puref, which is a handy software that allows us to see all our reference images whenever we want. With Puref, you can add multiple images, change their size and arrange them in any way you like. So just install Puref and start dragging your reference image into it. The next step is to install HardOps add-on, which can help us perform many tasks that you will see next. To install it, follow the steps below. Go to Edit, Preferences, Add-ons, click on the Install button, select the zip file of your add-on, and then make sure that the checkbox next to the add-ons is checked. To import our reference into our viewport, you need to press Shift A and go to Image, then choose Reference. As we talked about in the last part, we press G and Z to move our reference up. Now we want to adjust our scale. So we press Shift and A again, and this time import a cube. As you can see here, our cube has 2 meter side. We are considering our door height to be 2 meters, so we need to scale our reference accordingly. To do this, we will press the S key to activate the scale tool and then move our mouse to adjust the size. Once we have scaled the reference, we can save the project. At first, we need 2 big cubes for each floor. We will scale the cube and adjust it to our reference. Let's move our reference to the back. We have some modes here that we need to access. So let's switch to edit mode now. You can press Tab key to switch between edit mode and object mode. To select the vertices that are behind, we need to switch our shading to wireframe. To switch to wireframe shading, hold down the Z button and move your mouse to the intended shading. Alternatively, you can hold down Z and press the number corresponding to the desired shading. To select the 4 vertices, press the 1 key on your keyboard and move them. Our reference is isometric, so you can switch to orthographic view for a better visualization of the result. You can change between perspective and orthographic view by pressing 5 on your numpad. To see edges, we can press Alt and V and check the wireframe option, assuming you have already installed HardOps. To copy our cube, we press Shift and D and then press Z to set the direction and then click where we want to start. Now, let's make some changes like we did before. I'll be back after. Okay, now we need to extrude this face. You can select polygons by pressing 3 on the top of your keyboard. 1 is for vertices, 2 is for edges, and 3 is for polygons. Okay, to extrude a polygon, we need to first select it and then press the E key. After that, we need to select the axis direction in which we want to extrude it. Finally, we need to click when we have extruded enough. Then press 2 to select this edge, G and X to move it. Now we need to add some loop cuts that we will use later. To make these loop cuts, we need to press Ctrl R and move our mouse near the edge which we want to divide. If you scroll your mouse, you can change the number of loop cuts. Then, to shift your loop cuts, press the left mouse button once. And to accept the changes, click the left mouse button one more time. If you don't want to shift your loop cuts, press Ctrl R near the edges that you want to adjust. You can change the number of loop cuts by scrolling the mouse wheel and double click to confirm. Okay, let's make our loop cuts. I'll be right back. Here I'm going to explain how to select loop cuts and edges. To select any edges that you want, hold down the Shift key and click on them. By pressing Alt, you can select loop cuts. And by pressing Shift Alt, you can select multiple loop cuts. So let's select these two loop cuts. Then press S and X to scale them and adjust our loop cuts. Next, we want to remove the faces at the bottom because we don't need them. To do this, press 3 at the top of your keyboard to select polygons. Hold Shift and select polygons that we need. Press the delete button and select face. Now choose the polygon you want to work with and press E followed by Y to extrude it in the Y direction. After that, delete the extra polygon you created. That's enough for today. We will continue building our sci-fi shop in the next parts. If you found this video helpful, please like it and don't forget to subscribe. We would also appreciate it if you could leave your feedback in the comments to help us improve our content in the future. Good luck and see you soon.